Hello and welcome back to Football Index Moneyball. Today we have the next video in the Pick of the Day series. For this video, I'm going to try and condense all the information into 2 or 3 minutes, so it's going to be a little bit of a different format. Just let me know in the comments if you prefer the longer format. So today's pick is Danny Costa, a 26-year-old right back from Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, Eintracht had a good season last year and Danny had a very good season. They made it to the semi-finals of the Europa League where they were beaten by Chelsea on penalties, and they finished 7th in the league, so they will be playing in Europa League again this season. So we'll just take a quick look at Da Costa's transfer march. You can see he's a 26-year-old right back. He's a former Germany under-21 international with 5 caps and no goals. This is one of the areas which I'm watching closely, because if Danny Da Costa can perform the same way as he performed last season, then he might be in line for a call-up, and with the Euros coming up this year, that would be a great time for him to be fighting for a place in that team. Something else I wanted to highlight is just from this year's stats so far. So he's played 8 games and he's got 1 goal and 5 assists. Now some of those were in Europa League qualifying, which is probably a little bit of a lower standard, but still that's a pretty good output for a right back. So here I've just jumped over to his stats from last season, and you can see from 50 games he got 4 goals and 5 assists. Looking at his early season output for this year of 1 goal and 5 assists, this does look like possibly he could have a better season in those areas. 4 of his assists and his goal this season have come in the Europa League qualifying, which weren't eligible for IPD or performance buzz. If he was to replicate those kind of figures in the league, then his price would definitely see a big uptick. The next thing I wanted to highlight to you quickly is that Danny Da Costa actually was chosen in the Bundesliga team of the season last year. The interesting thing about this team of the season is that at 47p, Danny Da Costa is less than half of the cost of the second cheapest outfield player, which is Halstenberger at 98p. Now Halstenberger had a good season as well last season. He's at Leipzig and they're playing in the Champions League, and he also is a German international, so he does have some advantages, but I don't think the gap between the two of them is 47p to 98p. And I think that if Da Costa can continue the form that he's had early season, he could make his way into the German team. If he were to do that, that would make it a pretty close comparison, and that's probably the price I would expect to see him at. So to finish off, I've just put a few more points up on the screen here. I'm not going to read them all out just because I want to keep the video short. But the one that I'm really interested in is the games against Arsenal in the Europa League. I think that's a good opportunity if he was to get a good score on a PB, or if he was to get some in-play dividends versus Arsenal. That's going to be something that's going to get noticed by the Football Index audience in the UK. So if you can let me know in the comments below what you think of the new format, if you like the shorter videos. Also, let me know what you think of Danny Da Costa if anyone's intending on buying him. I personally have invested in him, and I'm going to continue investing in him while he stays at this price. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, you can hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when these new videos come out with the new picks. And finally, if you're just doing some research on Football Index for the first time and you're yet to sign up, there's a referral link in the description below. If you use that link, you'll be helping to support the channel and keep the videos going. If you missed out on my other videos, don't forget to check out the channel and see what else there is on there. Thanks for sticking with me till the end of the video. Good luck on the index.